Imagine waking up to an income stream earning you $1,000 per month while you sleep. And if this sounds too good to be true, it's not. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I helped Sonny make his first 1K online by selling a simple digital product. And I'm going to break down the process in 5 easy steps. In step 1, I'm going to show you how to know if your digital product is going to sell even before you create it. Your product won't sell unless it contains these 2 key assets. And if any one of them are missing, you're completely wasting your entire time. In step 2, I'm going to show you the exact system I set up so that you can sell these digital products on autopilot. In step 3, I'm going to show you the 3 key things you need in this system in order to scale your digital products to make 1 to 5K consistently every single month. In step 4, I'm going to show you the strategy behind putting your product in front of the correct people that have the highest potential of buying. And in step 5, I'm going to show you how to convert that same audience into actual buyers, so you don't want to miss a thing. Let's dive in. So diving into step 1, how to know if your digital product is going to sell even before you create it. What I see a lot of digital marketers do first is they get this idea, create the product, and then they go out and find buyers. Completely wrong. If you want to make sure that your digital product actually makes you money, you need to make sure that it contains these 2 key assets. Asset number 1, your digital product must be niche specific. The key to success lies in finding a niche specific market. Instead of trying to appeal to everyone, focus on a target audience with a unique and specific problem. Which brings us to asset number 2. Your digital product must actually solve an immediate or specific problem. For example, instead of creating a generic make money online ebook, consider targeting a niche like how to start a profitable Etsy shop in 30 days. This is way more specific and is a solution to an immediate problem while targeting a specific audience. The solution being starting a profitable Etsy shop in a time frame of 30 days. The audience is specifically for people looking to start an Etsy shop, and they may be unsure on how to do that in a good amount of time. When you create your products with a person or a group of people in mind, you increase the chances of reaching them because you know their problems and you'll know what catches their attention, and they'll be more motivated to purchase your digital products. It's just that simple. Products that don't solve problems don't sell. We don't create digital products. We offer solutions. If your digital product is too generic, then the people won't buy it. For example, why would I buy your ebook that's titled How to Make Money Online? Or maybe even called The Blueprint to Making Money Online. It's too broad and it doesn't solve a problem. A simple ChatGPT prompt would tell me how to make money online. But if your ebook is titled How Uber Drivers Can Pocket an Extra $2K a Month Without Driving, now that catches my attention. It's also more specific. It targets a specific group of potential buyers that need to make a certain amount of money. It also calls out an immediate problem that they're having and presenting a solution in a digital product form. But once you have your digital product idea, then all you have to do now is create it. Now there's a lot of ways out there to create it. I'm just going to tell you my 3 favorite ways of doing it in my business. Number 1 is you can create it from scratch using ChatGPT as a guide or reference. Number 2 is you can have AI software created entirely by using a simple software like designer.io. If you want to check out more information about that software, you should see a video popping up on my screen right now to where I broke down how I created an entire digital product using AI, more specifically designer.io, in less than 10 minutes. I'll also leave the link down below this video in the YouTube description. And number 3, which is my favorite, is that you can purchase a PLR digital product, make minor tweaks and changes, and resell and rebrand it as your own and keep 100% of the profits. Each and every single month, I make tens of thousands of dollars selling private label rights digital products that I didn't have to create. These PLR products save me a ton of time and stress, and all I have to do is make minor tweaks and changes. And after that's all done, when I sell the products, I keep all of the profit. If you're new to selling digital products and you want to get ahead of the pack and you're not tech savvy, I highly recommend you do this process. Down in my YouTube description, I have tons of resources to where you can find profitable PLR digital products that you can get started with right now and start making money as soon as tomorrow. Moving on to step 2, As promised, I told you I'd show you what system you need to set up so that you can sell these digital products on autopilot. You'll literally be able to make money while you sleep. And I'm going to be breaking the process down in 5 easy steps. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to show you how you can get access to all 5 elements all in one place. So it's going to save you a ton of time, stress, and energy. Now let's dive in. Starting with number 5, the first thing you're going to need is a high quality digital product. Now I won't go too deep on this subject because we already talked about it in the first video, but I do want to add in some extra things that you want to consider when you're creating your digital product. So let's kind of recap and make sure you got a clear understanding of what makes a good digital product. Number 1 is your value proposition. You want to make sure that you clearly define what problem that your digital product solves. In other words, what's in it for the customer? What are they signing up for? What can they expect? And why should they even buy it from you? If your product doesn't solve an immediate problem or a specific problem, then the customers won't buy it. You want to make sure that you have that problem or the solution to that problem in the title of your digital product. Don't leave them guessing. Make sure the message is clear. Make sure they can understand just from reading the title what it is that they're purchasing. It's already super hard to persuade people to buy your digital product, so you want to make sure there's no confusion in the process. For example, don't title your ebook or quote unquote blueprint how to make money online. Try to be more specific. For example, how to create a profitable Etsy shop in under 30 days. That makes a lot more sense, targets a specific group of people, and there's no confusion. The title from that product alone is going to call out those people who are already thinking about starting an Etsy shop and don't know how. If your product is not confusing, it's going to be so much easier to sell, and you won't have to do a lot of explaining and convincing in the process because the customer would just get it. Next, you want to make sure that your digital product has good content. Make sure your digital product is well structured, easy to consume, and make sure that your digital product provides the promise that you're giving. Only put content inside of your digital product that is necessary and needed. Trim all the fat out, go straight to the point. Less is so much more. For example, if you're selling an ebook and you can put all of the content that they need in only 5 or 6 pages, then make it only 5 to 6 pages. It doesn't have to be 60 to 75 pages long. Only keep the content that the customer actually needs that will actually help them. And finally, make sure that your digital product is easy to access. Don't make your customer have to do any unnecessary extra steps in order to get access to the digital product after they purchase it. Immediately after purchase, it should go to their email address. All that you have to do is click a link to download and nothing else. Now, for most of my digital products, all I do is just upload it into Google Drive or Google Docs, and I put the link to download those digital products in the email, or after they purchase on the thank you page, they can access and download it right there. If you're new or you might be a complete beginner, I highly recommend that you start off with PLR products, which means private label rights, which means that once you purchase these PLR products, all you have to do is make minor tweaks and changes, and you can rebrand and resell that digital product as your own and keep 100% of the profits. Most times when you purchase PLR digital products, all the formatting, all the technical difficulties that goes into creating your own are all done for you. You can get started and start making money so much faster. If you want to check out some of the PLR digital products that I use, you can find them all down below this video in the YouTube description. Moving on to number 4. The next thing you're going to need in order to sell your digital products on autopilot is a sales funnel. A sales funnel is basically a digital website that walks your customer through the entire buying process. It's almost like when you walk into a store and the customer greets you, ask you what you're looking for, they physically walk you to the product, help you with any questions you might have, and then walk you back up to the checkout center, check you out, and send you on your way with a happy smile. A sales funnel takes that exact same experience and puts it in digital form for all those who are shopping online to purchase your digital product. I use sales funnels in all of my digital products, and they help make the purchase experience for all of my potential buyers a good one. On top of that, it gives me so much analytics to help me know where the customers are in their buyer's journey. Some people may only have my free lead magnet, or some people may have just purchased one of my digital products. It gives me information on what I can sell to them next to move them down to my higher priced digital products. So here are a few key things that you need in your sales funnel. Number one is a lead magnet. A lead magnet is basically a freebie or free digital product that you give away for free in exchange for the customer's email address. Collecting their email address is going to allow you to follow up with them and nurture them down the buyer's process, persuading them to purchase one of your digital products. A lead magnet is going to help you grow and build your email list. And you know what they say? The riches or the money is in your email list. The second thing you're going to need is a payment processor. A payment processor is basically an online tool that enables the customer to actually make the purchase. So if we were thinking as if you were walking in a store, the cash register in your local Kroger or Walmart would be the payment gateway. You would give the cashier your card or swipe your card at the register, and then they would cash you out and then give you your receipt. Online, there are payment gateways like Stripe, or maybe you've heard of PayPal, for you to accept payments online from the customer and then automatically send them a digital receipt or invoice and deliver the digital product that they purchased. If you don't have a payment processor or a payment gateway, there's no way for you to make money online. The third thing you need inside your sales funnel is a sales page. A sales page is basically the place that hosts your actual product that you're selling. On this page, the content might explain in more detail the benefits and features of your digital product, answering all their questions and help motivating them to actually make a purchase. Your sales page is very much needed, and it's the place where the customer is going to make a decision to buy or not. But no matter what, without your own sales page in your sales funnel, you're not going to make any money. Now, there's a lot of things that goes into creating a good sales page. Tell me, where are you at in your digital marketing journey? If you'd like me to make more videos about sales pages, put sales page down in the comments below this video, and I'll make sure I make that happen for you. The third key element that you're going to need in order to sell your digital product on autopilot is an email marketing software, or some people call them an email autoresponder. An email autoresponder or an email marketing software is basically going to collect your emails and hold them in a database. An email autoresponder is also going to automatically send out all the emails for you once you set it all up. You can also use your email autoresponder to send out broadcasts to where you can let everyone who's on your email list know about sales or updates. But the best part about email autoresponders is the automated email sequences. Using automated emails, you're going to be able to create a series of automated emails to nurture your leads, promote your product, and drive sales. And this is all done for you in the background on autopilot. And once you set it up that one time, you don't necessarily have to touch it again. And this is truly how you're going to be able to make money while you sleep, because all of your automations are going to be working for you 24/7 around the clock. Now, there are a lot of different email auto-responding softwares out there. Stick around to the end of the video where I'm going to show you how you can get your own email autoresponder and everything else that I'm talking about in this video all in one place and for absolutely free. Moving on to number 2 of what you need in order to sell your digital products on autopilot is a marketing channel. And if you don't know what a marketing channel, it's basically where you're going to get your traffic from. Now, there are a lot of ways to get traffic. There's paid advertising, there's content marketing, and there's the most popular, social media marketing. You can actually promote your digital products on marketing channels like YouTube, on social media, and start telling everybody about your digital product for absolutely free. Not only YouTube, you can use Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and so many others to promote your digital products and spread the word so that you can drive traffic and potential sales to your digital product. But without having a marketing channel or driving traffic using social media, paid advertising, or whatever you want to use, you're not going to be making any money because you're not sending any visitors to your sales funnel. Now, the good news is there's so many different ways that you can market and promote your digital products. I've actually created tons of videos already on this subject. I'll put one on the screen popping up right now. Also, if you're one of those people that are afraid to go on social media because you don't want to show your face, you definitely want to stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to show you how you can also do that. Promote your own digital products without even showing your face. And now for the number one thing that you need in order to sell your digital product on autopilot is mindset. Now, I know what you're thinking. Everybody always says mindset, but the reason we say those things because it's very important. In the beginning, when you're first starting out, the odds are going to be against you. 99% of people actually fail in this business. You got to be up for the challenge and have the right mindset to help you stay motivated and to keep going so you don't quit. In the beginning, you're going to have low views and engagement on your social media. You're not going to get a lot of leads. You're not going to make a lot of money. And you're not going to see any of the results that you like to see in the very beginning. It's going to be very discouraging. Your mindset is going to help you get through that. Now, the cool thing about having a mindset, what helps you stay encouraged is you want to have a marketing strategy. And if you have a marketing strategy on how you're going to do the entire process and make it profitable so that you can become successful, you're going to stay more motivated because you know exactly where you are in your journey. So in the beginning, when I create a new digital product and I'm putting all the work together and I go out and I start marketing it, I know it's going to be a few weeks and possibly a few months before I see any big results. And this is normal. So I don't get discouraged or I don't say it's a flop. I use all the information in the process that I'm learning from, whether it's failures or low views or low leads. I take that information and I try to figure out how I can make tweaks and improvements so I can start getting better results. That's one of the key things a lot of people misunderstand. You have to keep going, but while you're going, learn from your mistakes and work in your business enough and know about your business to grow and get better. Don't just accept things the way they are. There's always a reason why something isn't performing the way you like it to be. If you're not getting any sales, look at your traffic. If you're not getting any leads, look at your landing pages. Once you figure out those things and you have the mindset with the strategy, you're going to stay motivated and things are going to improve and you're going to become successful. Now, as promised, I told you if you stuck around to the end of this video, I would show you how you can get everything that you need in order to sell your digital product on autopilot, including the product all in one place. On your screen right now is one of my PLR digital products called the First 1K Profit Funnel. This is going to come with all the emails, the email autoresponder, even a PLR digital product, everything you need that we're talking about in this series all in one place. And it's only going to cost you $7. Now, this also comes with master resale rights, which means once you purchase it, you're going to get master resale rights to it. You can rebrand it, sell it as your own, and keep 100% of the profits. And I made this super easy for any and everybody to set up. All you have to do is make some minor changes and edit the funnel. And this funnel is going to be imported into the software that comes with it in one click. And it's super easy, saves you a ton of time, and you can start selling and making money as soon as the same day or 15 minutes. Now, if you want to learn more about this digital product, I actually created a video on it. I'll make sure I leave the link down below this video in the description, or you can check out the video popping up on your screen right now. So now that you know the 5 key things that you need in order to start selling your digital product on autopilot, the next thing you're probably going to want to know is, now that it's all set up, how do I make money with it? I'm going to show you the 3 key things you need in that system that once you set it up, you'll be able to scale your digital product from 1K to even 5 and 10K consistently every single month. So let's dive in. You got to make sure that you add these 3 key elements into that sales funnel. And these 3 things are very simple where you can add in, which doesn't require a lot of work, but can increase and boost your sales potential each customer that lands on your page. And in some cases, you can make it seem like you're turning one customer into 2 or 3 or more. So let me break it down for you. Key element number 3 that you need to add into your sales funnel to increase sales from 1K to 5K or more is something called an order bump. Imagine you're at the checkout counter, you picked out your main item, and you're about to pay. Just as you're reaching for your wallet, the cashier asks, "Would you like a candy bar with that?" That's basically an order bump. It's a small related product offered to you right before you complete your purchase. It's a quick and easy way for you to increase your sales by offering something extra that complements your original purchase. And in most cases, depending on your software that you're using to build your sales funnels, the customer doesn't have to do anything extra to add those items on. For example, on one of my sales pages called the First 1K Profit Funnel, at the time of checkout, the customer has the option to add on my one-on-one Facebook Messenger support for 1 month as an order bump. And the price tag for them to do that is an extra $27. Now, what's cool about that, for an extra 30 days, if they get stuck, they can reach out to me and I can answer any and all of their questions in Facebook Messenger. This is perfect for somebody who's brand new and knows that they might need some help for anything technical that they're doing while building their sales funnel. But the cool thing about it is the price tag is almost 4 times the original amount of what they're paying for. So I'm basically turning one customer into almost 3 or 4. But at the same time, I'm not just adding on another product to get more money. I'm actually providing a product that the customer could actually use and will actually benefit them so that they see the value in adding this product to their purchase. And that's the main thing you want to keep in mind when you're using order bumps. It has to be related to the product that you're originally selling. And I'm telling them for an extra $27, I could provide some help to make sure that they build this entire sales funnel and sell this product successfully. And the customer sees the value in that versus the price tag. So in the end, the customer is getting what they want and need, and I'm making an extra profit in the process and basically turning one customer into almost 4. Now keep in mind that you can't use order bumps on any landing page or website. You can only use them in sales funnels. Now, if you want to know what funnel building software I'm using that will give you the access to adding things like order bumps, stick around to the end of the video and I'll show you. And you don't want to miss this because the software that I'm using is absolutely free. Now, moving on to the second key element you're going to need in order to turn your 1K digital product into a 5K digital product is something called upsells. Now, an upsell is kind of like an order bump. The only difference is an upsell appears on an entirely separate page, which means after the customer completes their first purchase, whether they just only bought the original product or they bought the original product and added on the order bump, when they submit their credit card information, they automatically get redirected to another page, which includes your upsell. For example, once the customer keys in their information on this original page and they click the button down here at the bottom, is going to take them to the second page where the upsell is. And on here, they have the option of adding on another product, which is going to complement their original purchase. So for example, they're purchasing a 1K funnel and they have the option to purchase the upsell and turn that 1K funnel into a 5K funnel. And again, whenever you're using upsells, you want to make sure that your upsell product is something that relates to your original product. Don't just pick any random product or you won't make any money on your upsells or your order bumps. And the cool thing about upsells, if you set it up using the funnel building software I'm going to tell you about at the end of this video, once the customer keys in their original information on the first page where they purchased the original product and the order bump, they won't have to key in their information again. They're going to be able to add on that upsell with just one click. Another thing about your upsell, you want to make your upsell a sweet, irresistible offer. For example, on my upsell page, the customer has the option to add this upsell to their order for only $37, and the original price is $297. That to the customer is a great deal. And if they're serious about making money online with digital products, of course they're going to want to turn 1K into 5K. Upsells can really increase your conversions on any product that you're selling and maximize the buying potential for each and every customer that visits your landing page and visits your product. And upsells are really easy to add to your sales funnel. Depending on the funnel building software you're using, most of them already have the technology built into the software to where once the customer puts in their credit card information, all you have to do is add a one-click option to your sales funnel to make everything seamless. So when the customer puts in their credit card information, they won't have to do it again. When they click the button, it automatically adds the product to their order. Now, the third and final key thing that you can add to your sales funnel that will help you scale your digital products from 1K to 5 and 10K every single month is a down sale, which is kind of like the opposite of an upsell. A down sale is basically a lower price product, and they're usually automatically redirected to your down sale if they decline your upsell offer. Now, some people might create an entirely different offer for the down sale, but I found that what you can usually do for your down sale if you don't have another product is maybe pull some of the things out of your upsell so that you can sell it at a lower price. For example, if you have a lot of bundled products in your upsell with bonuses and things, you can just remove the bonuses and some of the items in your bundles so that you can sell it for a lesser price that makes it more affordable for your customer. The thing about your down sale, this is your last chance to get an extra sale from the customer. You want to make sure that it's super sweet, super affordable, and super irresistible. If you're able to do that, you can have a successful upsell and or down sale while increasing your sales conversions in the process, thus making you able to scale your digital products from 1 to 5 to 10K every single month. Now, I told you in the beginning of this video, if you stick around, I would show you the sales funnel building software that I'm using that's absolutely free. And the name of this software is called System.io. System.io has a free forever plan where you don't even have to key in your credit card to get started. And up under the free plan, you get 2,000 email contacts. You get unlimited emails that you can send, 3 sales funnels that you can have inside your account on the free plan, and you get 15 sales funnel steps. The steps are basically what we've been talking about in this video. So you'll have your landing page or your lead magnet, your upsell, and your downsell, and even a thank you page, and still have funnel steps left over if you ever want to add some other offers to your sales funnel. Now, if you want to get started with System.io for absolutely free, I'm going to leave that link down below this video so you can check it out. I highly recommend it, not only because it's free, but it's easy to use, especially for beginners. So now that you know how to scale your digital product from 1K to 5K every single month by adding these 3 key things inside your sales funnel, you might be asking yourself, now that it's all set up, I have my product, I have the software, I have the key elements, I have my order bumps, upsells, and downsales, but how do I get traffic to it so I can make some money? When you publish content as a business owner or entrepreneur, you should be making sales when that piece of content or that video is published. And in fact, that's the whole reason I make these YouTube videos and post on any social media platform, period. It's because I have a whole library of content, and that's how I'm able to make sales every single day. And here's the proof. So if you're posting any piece of content, whether it be on YouTube or Instagram, and you're not making sales, what are you doing? So in this video, I'm going to show you how to structure your videos on YouTube each and every single week so that you know you will generate sales from your YouTube videos or your YouTube channel as a whole every single day. So if you were just like me, when I first started putting out YouTube content or any type of content for that matter, I was mainly putting out content and trying to grow my email list, which is very important. But as time went on in my business, my time to make content basically got cut in half. We're talking about getting clients and customers and then family life, marriage, kids, and that whole thing right there. So I had to make sure that the content I put out got some immediate results. And I'm not just talking about any type of results. I'm talking about generating some income. So that helped me change my whole way of thinking about content and generating sales. So I took a pause to figure out how I could put out content and generate sales by putting out less content. And that's when I started getting a little bit more wiser and strategic. I said, I gotta stop putting out videos to promote my YouTube channel or to get people to subscribe to my YouTube channel, but I need to start putting out more content and thinking in terms of my business as a whole and not just my channel. And that's mainly how that shift happened. I went from thinking, let me stop putting out content to attract people to my videos, and let me start trying to put out content to attract people, and not just any type of people. We're talking about customers who are actually ready to buy my products in my business. And in order for me to do that, I had to create a whole different strategic marketing strategy behind that to achieve that goal. Because I don't know about you, but I would rather have 100 views from one of my videos and get 20 sales versus 1,000 views on my videos and only get 1 or 2 or maybe 3 sales. The majority of the YouTube gurus or YouTube strategists on the YouTube platform are all trying to teach you how to put out content or create content in order to go viral. They're basically just trying to teach you how to become a YouTuber. And for me personally, that's not what I was aiming for. I could care less about being a YouTuber, even though that title comes with the package of creating your own channel on this platform. What I was mainly going for is, how can I get buyers? I'm going to talk about high ticket and premium buyers to my channel to purchase my products with my content. And this is why I created this strategy for those type of people like myself, and also what we're going to talk about in this video. What I did with my YouTube marketing strategy was I had to mesh together what I was trying to achieve and the algorithm of YouTube, because you still have to create content for this platform and make the YouTube algorithm happy. But at the same time, I had to also use the algorithm and mesh it together with my business strategy of achieving more emails, more low ticket sales, more clients, and more revenue for my business. So this is how I build my YouTube content strategy. When I'm creating my content, I'm not creating it based off from a script. I'm creating my content in a form of a series. And I basically call this my YouTube series funnel. And basically what this series is, it's just a funnel for videos. So if you think about a traditional funnel of the upside down triangle, it's basically hitting different areas and pain points of the customer. So what this means that a potential customer or buyer could come into my YouTube series funnel at the very beginning of their journey. And of course, they would start at video 1 in this YouTube series. And because I've structured my content to flow and follow after each other, they're going to potentially watch that first video and then the next and then the next after that. And what this is going to do also is feed YouTube's algorithm, because now the customer is not just watching one piece of content, but they're watching multiple pieces of content consecutively after each video. And because this is happening with one and multiple different viewers that find my content on YouTube, YouTube is going to promote my content to more people on the platform, which is going to get me more exposure and more awareness for me, my channel, my business, and my products. Now, I am not just appeasing YouTube's algorithm, because the more a person binge watches my content, the more they're being nurtured and warmed up and ready to buy any of my products because they've watched and consumed so much of my content. And the reason this is working so well, because I'm structuring all of my content and the topic of even my content all solely around a specific group of people. And these people who are interested in making money online, selling digital products. And then diving deeper, I'm also putting out content for those people based off the problems they might be having. And because now I'm planning my content with not just getting views or subscribers, I'm planning my content around bingeability, which is continually keeping my channel growing and continually sending me leads, clients, and more sales. So moving on, here are the 5 key elements that your YouTube content needs in order to, one, also appease the YouTube algorithm, but also continually bringing you in leads and sales. So the number 1 key element is your click-through rate. So right off the bat, before you get started, you need to first know what your title is going to be for your YouTube video. And you also need to know what thumbnail you're going to have for that video, because These are the things that get you clicks when the person first sees your content in the YouTube browser feed. Because if your title isn't compelling, it doesn't spark curiosity, it doesn't pique their interest, your video is just going to be dead in the water. If you don't get clicks, then it doesn't matter how great or bad your content is, because nobody's going to watch it. The second key element that you need is your hook. So let's just say you know your title and your thumbnail, you're actually getting a good click-through rate. We'll say something around 7 to 8% CTR, which stands for click-through rate. But your first 5 seconds needs to hook them right from the start so that they continue to watch past the first 5 seconds and beyond. Because if you are losing 40% of people, 50 or 60% of people within the first 5 to 15 seconds of your video, YouTube, even with the good click rate, isn't going to push your video to a wider audience. And why is that? Because the YouTube algorithm on this platform wants to put good content in front of people, good content that is going to keep people watching and staying on the platform. So if your video is failing to do that, even after the clicks, but once they start watching, they scroll away or leave the platform altogether, YouTube isn't going to push your content to other people because your content is causing them to go away. And secondly, forgetting about the YouTube algorithm, if your hook isn't strong and you're not keeping people to watch past the first 5 to 15 seconds or longer, that means that they're not even sticking around long enough to hear the rest of your content, which means they're not going to hear about your offer, and also means they're not going to buy anything because they didn't even stick around to find out what it is. So in your content, you also need to make sure that your hook is in alignment with your title and your thumbnail so that people's expectations are met when they click on your video and be more motivated to watch it past the first 5 to 15 seconds or longer. Now, the third element is your content. Now, right off the bat, I always get asked, how long should my content be? Your content needs to be long enough for you to deliver whatever your title and your thumbnail and your hook is saying in your video. Stick to the point and only talk about what needs to be said. Also, your content should at least have one soft call to action. So what I do, and also what I teach my students, is how can I weave in some type of call to action to where when I give that call to action, it actually makes sense with the content that I'm talking about in that video. So for example, I'm talking about the 5 key elements that you need in order to make sales with your YouTube content. So my call to action, or CTA, is if you want to learn how I use these key elements in my video YouTube series game plan that I have, then all you would have to do is go down into the YouTube description or comment YouTube series funnel down in the comments below, and I'll send you more information. Now, you see how I weave that in very subtle and organically? That makes sense to what the content or the topic of this video is structured for. And that is what you call a soft call to action. So now I'm going to talk about the next element, and that is going to be your outro. So remember, we're not thinking in terms of content. We're thinking in terms of a YouTube series funnel. So with that in mind, your outro call to action should be mainly focused on getting them to watch your next video. So if you have a YouTube series funnel with a number of 5 videos, your first 4 videos should be pointing people to go watch the second, third, and the 4th video. Because what you want to do is you want to keep them watching. Because if they didn't go check out your soft call to action like I just did earlier, that means that the viewer is not warm enough yet, which just means that you got to get them to watch more of your content. And again, if you're getting more people to watch your content, YouTube is going to reward you by exposing your content to a wider audience. And then in that 5th video, that is where you're going to have your strong call to action. This is where you're going to introduce them to your main core offer. This is where you're going to promote it the hardest and really try and push them to buy your product. Maybe you can show them testimonials or reviews. Maybe you can show them some of your sales results, or maybe some of your case studies. Now, the last element to help you get sales with your content is engagement. Now, straight off the bat, you cannot just come into your videos and say, hey guys, like my video, subscribe. That is not going to work, and that's not how it works. What you need to do when you're creating your YouTube series funnel, looking at your content all within those videos, go back and look at them and see where you can seamlessly add some call to actions to get engagement to your video. And again, this engagement needs to make sense. So for example, I could have told you way back at some point earlier in this video, if you want to learn more about making sales with your YouTube content, comment YouTube sales down below in the comment section. Now you see how that makes more sense, and you see how I can add that in to this video. Those are the type of engagement that you need to add into your YouTube videos to get more people to engage in your videos, which will get YouTube to push your content to more people on the platform, which will attract more buyers and increase more sales in your business. And again, this is why my videos do so great of bringing in sales every single day, despite me being a small quote unquote YouTuber. And all of my clients use this same strategy to get results themselves as well. In fact, listen to what my recent clients had to say about their results with taking advantage of my YouTube series funnel marketing strategy right now.
Ronnie is an absolute game changer, incredibly supportive, and always there when I needed guidance. His unwavering support fueled my journey and has allowed me to confidently dive into content creation. If you're hesitant about fear of failure, take it from me. Ronnie's the boost you need. Thanks to him, my confidence is boosted and I'm no longer afraid, and I'm glad that I didn't let my fear hold me back. Get started today and let success be your story too.
So if you want to start getting some actual results from the content that you're putting out on YouTube and or social media, we're talking about putting out content that attracts buyers who actually buy your products, and you want to stop trying to go viral and get subscribers and tons of views, but more or less trying to attract the right people that would be perfect to buy your digital products and actually do that, make sure that you take action on all of these steps that we just talked about and create your own YouTube series funnel. Also, I have a YouTube series funnel workshop that you could take advantage of, where you can get more details on how I actually do this entire process, even access to the templates, examples of titles and thumbnails, how to structure your content from the hook all the way to the outro. If you want to take advantage of that and join this workshop, make sure you check out my YouTube description, or you can contact YouTube series funnel down in the comment section. So what's the best platform to drive traffic and sales to your digital products without paying a dime for ads? YouTube. And here's why. Besides the fact that it's 100% free and you're able to put your products in front of the 2.5 billion with a B monthly users who spend an average of about 48 minutes on YouTube each day. YouTube is also a gigantic search engine. It's basically Google with video. This gives you so many advantages when it comes to promoting your digital products. Every day, 122 million YouTube users are going to this platform to learn how to do something or to learn more about something. And you, yes, you can pop up in their search feed on YouTube with just one video. By leveraging YouTube's search engine capabilities, you can effectively reach your target audience, build your brand, and drive people to your digital products. But we don't just want people, right? We want buyers. And that is why I'm going to show you my exact YouTube script that I've been using for the past year that helps me get free organic leads, sales, clients, all on autopilot. But before I give you the script template, I need you to understand this like you understand fire is hot. You have to structure your videos very specifically for YouTube, and here's why. One of the most important metrics you have to master if you want YouTube to show your videos to thousands of viewers is audience retention. If you want YouTube to make your content viral, then you have to prove to YouTube that you actually have content that people want to watch. And YouTube measures that by your videos' audience retention. You see, YouTube wins when people stay on YouTube longer because YouTube can show their ads to more brands and businesses. So if your videos are helping YouTube to achieve its goals by keeping people on the YouTube platform longer because people are watching your videos longer, then you've won the favor of YouTube. And if you don't get people to watch your videos, then don't expect any favors from YouTube. So the very first thing you need to master to improve your audience retention is your hook. What we're not gonna do is start off every single video is, hey everybody, welcome to my channel, glad you're here, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. That is not how viewers behave on YouTube. They do not like that type of intro. It's almost like putting a wall in front of the rest of your content. And 9 times out of 10, those people are going to leave. For YouTube, you need a strong hook. And it can be one of the most difficult pieces to write in your YouTube script. That's why it's part of the video script that I tend to help my clients out with the most. That's why I'm gonna give you some of my best practices so you can use them to craft your next video. So one of the first things you gotta do is make sure your hook ties into your title and your thumbnail. Now, I know you heard a lot of stuff, but you should not even be writing a script unless you have the title of the video and you already have your thumbnail. And why? Because your title and your thumbnail is what's gonna get people to click, and your hook is what's gonna keep them watching. So if your hook, which is the first 5 to 10 seconds of anything you say in the beginning of your video, doesn't deliver on the promise of your title and your thumbnail, then the people aren't gonna stick around and your audience retention is gonna be horrible. Now, because most people's audience attention spans is around 8 seconds, you don't have any time to be playing around. So your hook needs to be strong because you only have 8 seconds to keep them watching. So what do you say in the first 8 seconds to convince the viewer that you have some quality content? First of all, they really need to learn something that they really want to learn from you. So at the beginning of this video, I said you're not gonna make a dime if you don't get traffic to your digital products. If you're in digital products and you're not making any money and you don't know why, perhaps you probably stuck around to watch this video, and the proof that you're still watching me now means hooks really work. But I'm still going to give you some type of examples of how I help my clients with this. So let's use an example and let's pretend like you're a public speaking coach. And I wrote this down. You guys can't see it, but check this out. It says, do you want to book your first speaking engagement? I'm going to show you the 7 things that you need to do to make sure you book that first speaking engagement. That's a little bland, right? It's not super exciting and there's no type of wow factor. But check this out. I have helped over 150 clients book their first speaking engagement, and I'm going to share in this video the one thing that actually sealed the speaking engagement for them. Plus, I'm going to give you a few other insider secrets to ensure you will book that first speaking engagement. Sound a lot more better, right? It's almost like something you want to keep listening to and watching. You want to hear that one thing that helped them get their first speaking engagement. So the hook is very important. You got to be creative. It's got to be strong, and you need to say it right in the very first part of your video. After your hook is done, then you want to move right into the meat of your video. And by meat, this is still not a chance for you to start bigging up your channel and tell them why they're here and if it's their first time to subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Skip the whole process. Your whole purpose of this video and in that moment is to figure out how to keep them watching after you said their hook. And if you stop dropping your name and all your credentials and expertise and bigging up and trying to get new subscribers, you're going to lose them super fast. Now, when I'm creating my YouTube scripts, sometimes I use bullet points if I'm really knowledgeable about that subject or topic, but I do have some videos where I have to fully write everything out piece by piece. But for you, whatever it is, you just have to figure out how you're going to deliver your content when you're recording your video in a way that's going to keep you on track so you're not rambling and veering all off subject. So whether it's bullet points or writing out your entire script, either one of those is fine as long as you stick to the script. But one thing I really want to make sure that you understand is to make sure that you don't go too deep. We're not doing a TED Talk video. What you need to think about or talk about is making sure that the viewer gets what they need while they're watching your video. It's kind of like a dopamine hit. So ask questions like, what is one thing they learned or can learn? What is the takeaway? What is the one thing they can do after watching your video? What content that I could put together and create that would give that viewer a quick win? In other words, you want to only give them the tip of the iceberg in your YouTube videos. You want to only give them enough to let them know that you know what you're talking about. And while doing that, you want to make them feel like they've learned something in your video. And right quick, I'm not saying hold back information. I'm not saying clickbait people. What I'm saying is briefly talk about each topic so that they can see how they could do it. So going back to the example I use about this public speaking engagement or public speaker, At the end of that video, did they learn 7 things that they can use and take action after your video and be able to apply for their first speaking engagement? The answer should be yes. But there's a guarantee that they're actually going to get approved when they apply for their first speaking engagement? That's a whole totally different game plan and a whole different video, because we all know there's steps, there's a process, there's templates, a lot of things that go into play inside of those steps that they're going to need to know in order to really get that first speaking engagement. You basically just want to give them enough to keep their mouth watering and to keep them wanting more. And moving on, another thing you're going to make sure you have in your YouTube script and in all of your YouTube content is a good outro. Now, what I see a lot of people doing when they get towards the end of their video, they'll say, that's it. This concludes. This is the conclusion. We finished. We done. No, what you're doing is telling them that the video is over, and it's going to signal to the viewer that they can just click away and go watch something else. Remember, you don't want to give any signals that your video is over. Why? Because YouTube values videos that keep people on the platform and watching more videos. So what you can do at the end of your video, you have 20 seconds to add a clickable video on the screen. And at this part of your video, this is where you want to give that call to action, your CTA. And your call to action should be nudging them and telling them to go watch the next video. Not only does this make YouTube happy because you're getting the viewer to watch more videos and stay on the platform longer, but you're actually going to earn more points with the customer and the viewer yourself. Because if they watch more and more of your videos, you're nurturing them and warming them up to purchase any of your digital products. So let me give you a quick example of how I end most of my videos. So we're using the example of the public speaking engagement scenario. So now that you have the 7 steps to book your first public speaking engagement, you might be asking yourself, when I actually apply to be a public speaker, what do I actually need to put in the application? But that's why you want to watch this next video popping up on your screen. Now that makes sense. It rolls in, it blends. And since they just watched that video, it ties into the next, which is going to boost my chances of them watching my next video. Now this is the way I've been structuring all my YouTube videos for the past year that has brought me in leads, sales, and more clients, all for absolutely free because I'm using YouTube, which is a 100% free platform. And the cool thing is, I don't worry about views and followers and all that stuff because the content that I put out attracts only the people that have the highest potential of being a customer of mine. And if my content is in alignment with those people, they're much more higher to convert. So I can have a video that only have 100 views, but I might get 20 or 30 or 40 sales because the people that are watching my content are the right people, not just any type of viewers. Now, as promised, I told you if you stick around to the end of this video, I will show you how you can even do this method faceless without showing your face on social media. And the video popping up on the screen right now is my faceless video method. So if you don't want to show your face on social media and still get traffic to your digital products, this is how you would do that. But if you like to learn how to do YouTube and you need a digital product and you want to know one that's actually selling and profitable and profit ready that you don't have to build from scratch, and you want this YouTube script, all the things that I'm using, and if you don't want to show your face on social media, I have faceless content that's already done for you. It's like my done for you content vault that all you have to do is download and upload to any social media platform that you're using. Then you want to check out my digital income starter kit. It's one of the great ways for beginners who's looking to make money or passive income with digital products and they're just getting started. I have all the tools and resources all in one place from beginning to end. They help you start making profits every single month on autopilot. If you want to learn more about my digital income starter kit, then you might want to watch this video popping up on your screen right now, because when you pair what you just learned in this video with what you're going to learn in the next, it's going to make you way more powerful. Stay blessed.